Hello and welcome to the world of PIXELMON. This is of course Minecraft and Pokemon in one game together. There are tons of different Pokemon and biomes to explore that you've never seen before, so stick around and watch me play 10 hours of PIXELMON. Hour 1, I started off on Unsorted PIXELMON. It's a not sponsored PIXELMON server that I chose for this game, and it's pretty cool. There's these crates right away that gave me some max ethers and platinum ingots. Then I moved on to catching Pokemon right away because I noticed I had an egg in my slot, but not actually a starter Pokemon, which kind of confused me. But I decided to catch some Pokemon to actually be able to battle things, and I went off into the wild. Right away I found a village, which I thought was pretty lucky. In this village, there were tons of hay bales and Pokemon and loot in these chests, so I just started grabbing as much as I could. After a while, I came up on this weird house and I could tell it was from the PIXELMON mod, so I decided to go inside. In the house here, there was lots of people to talk to and look around, and there was also like a gym here where you could battle 3 different trainers. Another place had another person to talk to, and just loot everywhere. Finally, I made it to 2 shopkeepers where I realized I could sell some of my stuff to buy some Pokeballs, so I bought 2 Dusk Balls. Here's a wild Bellsprout that I decided to capture. And I also claimed this house of mine so I could keep all of my stuff in it. I had these small XP orbs that I could use to level up my Pokemon, so that's exactly what I did. I used it on my Magikarp first to get a Gyarados, and I was very happy with that decision. Gyarados was also super fast, which helped me get around. Next, I caught a Milcery. This guy was kind of weird, but I liked him. And I got 40 Ultra Balls from that, which I don't even know how that's possible. I went out exploring and found some loot, and also just found new biomes. I eventually came across another village, which had to be rare because I didn't realize how many villages there'd be. This was also a raid den where I fought a Cutiefly that I beat. When I beat the raid dens, you get loot, but this one wasn't very high level, and I still got an XP candy, amethyst, Kepsi berry, and Dynamax candy. Next, I built up because I saw something weird on the minimap and I decided to go after it. It's a pink Kakuna. Apparently this is a thing where there's pink Pokemon, and I thought it was crazy. Also, that egg that I got us to start with finally is hatching. It took way too long, but it turns out it's a guaranteed shiny randomized Pokemon. Mine happened to be a Simisage. I'm not going to complain because it's shiny, but at the same time, you know, that's all I gotta say. I also found an uncommon boss, Teddiursa, but I just had a weird feeling about this guy and he ended up beating me. Later on, I grabbed some of the Pokemon that I've been catching. As you can see, this whole box is full, and I made a team of things that I wanted to level up. One of them was that pink Kakuna earlier, and I threw a bunch of candies on him to get a pink Beedrill. Look at that thing. Next was Chikorita. You can't go wrong with evolving starter Pokemon. So I got a Meganium. Next was Rockruff and a Lycanroc. And also a legendary Bellsprout. This guy I knew was going to be tough, and I battled him over and over again, and my team was just too weak, so I decided to invite somebody else to take it on and beat it. Here's a Geodude evolution, and here's a Darumaka evolution. Even a Wooloo. Later on, I found another raid den with this little octopus guy from Generation 8, and I beat him pretty easily. Also got bad loot though. Then I just started tossing Pokeballs at anything I could find. I wanted to see how high I could get my Pokédex in these 10 hours. I was already 3 hours into this challenge. I also found this random tower. I don't really know what to do with it, but the Pokemon were level 80. I wasn't going to try too hard. After the tower, I continued to throw Pokeballs at as many things as I could find. They didn't even have to be good Pokemon, I was just going, you know how it is. The next day I had some more vote star keys, so I got quick balls and luxury balls, which I thought were actually useful. Here I relocated my base to a new biome instead of that village, and it had some weird stuff going on. It's called a flowering enchanted grove, and it's from Oh the Biomes You'll Go, which is a Minecraft mod. I dug into the Earth's surface and tried to go mining. Once I got far enough into the mines, I got things like iron, and amethyst, and sapphire, and all kinds of goodies. Here's some gold, and then also silicon. It was a successful mining day as I was able to get quite a few ores here. This one's even orange, don't even ask me how that happened. When I got back into the surface, I went to spawn to sell as much junk as I could. You can see here I've even got $11,000. With that money, I wanted to buy two special things, a healer and a PC. Once I bought those two things, I had a healer at my base so I didn't have to keep going to spawn, and I also had all these Pokeballs. All those Ultra Balls are from the Pokemon hunt, and now looking back, I'm pretty sure that was bugged. Doing some more exploring when I found this daycare, I just kind of looked around. I didn't even take anything because I wanted other people to experience the same thing, but once I went upstairs, there was just too much loot to ignore. With all that loot, I kept transporting it to my base, and I even left a barrel aside for all my Pokeballs. PIXELMON's meant to be full of exploring, so that's exactly what I was doing. I found village after village and biome after biome of cool things, and each one had some kind of upstairs area where there's just way too much loot to ignore. After that heavy looting session and exploring, I went and just caught all these different Pokemon. I trained up some and caught the others, and it was a very successful time. Here I had this stone journer that I was training up, and I just kept throwing him at pretty much every Pokemon in a big range. Here's also a feature called Wonder Trade, where I Wonder Traded this camera up for an Ursaring. I didn't know what I was going to get before the Ursaring, but that was what I got. And here's another raid. After the raid, I went to the shop to buy some wool. Why wool, you may ask? Well, to make a themed Pokeball. I found this clip art online, I copied it to the best of my ability, and it's just a big Pokeball. I'm going to use it for the bottom of my base. Once the Pokeball was constructed, I was actually impressed with my abilities to copy this internet form. And then I was in ultra space for somebody else to help them with this raid. The unknown got taken down pretty easily, and you can see how much better the loot is once they're harder raids. Caught him. And here's me exploring the Ultra Desert. This is pretty crazy because the Ultra has really high level Pokemon and loot everywhere. This one gave me a lucky egg, which gives me more XP for every battle I do. Here I caught a level 70 Cacturn with a quick ball. That's now the strongest thing I even own. In this other raid den I got beat, but then there was just so many I just kept going all day and all night. This took up most of my hours for the rest of this challenge. Some I caught, some I didn't, like this Rotom beat me. Here was also a ultra rare Ditto or something like that. It was blue, and I beat it, and it gave me an XP share, so now I could share my XP and level up even easier. There's also a level 74 Nullstack, and for whatever reason I thought I could catch him, and the crazier part is, I did. That Nullstack was pretty great, and I wanted to add it to my team. Exploring around with Gyarados, I found a Braxton raid den, which I beat, and unfortunately, couldn't catch. I needed lots of sand from this desert hills to make my base. I also beat a 4-star Muck to get diamonds and netherite. And with with this quick ball, it broke. Later on, I found a pink Dragonite, and looking back, I should have caught him, but I don't know why I didn't. And unfortunately, he ran away. When I went back to my base, I had tons of time to basically take down all of my chests and move all of this stuff so I could actually build this base that I wanted to build around the Pokeball that I had started with all that wool. Moving all the items was the easy part, but it took so long that I needed to take a break and go to spawn so that I could get my Nullstock evolved. I can't even pronounce the name, but man, does this new Pokemon look sick. And I also collected the Pokestops. When I felt confident enough with my team, I decided to go to the Bug Gym. I used as many fire types as I could and just marched my way right through this gym because, let's be honest, bug types are pretty sucky. When I got to the gym leader, I was so ready, and I used this Magmar here and a Darmanitan and some other things to basically beat the gym. Just kidding, I suck, and so I needed to lose to earn some confidence back. So now I'm back at the gym, and I beat him for 10,000 Pokédollars and, more importantly, the gym badge. I was back in Ultra Space doing some more raids and even evolving all of my Pokemon. Doing all these evolutions was just helping my Pokédex more and more, and I was also getting rare candies and all of these XP candies from beating all of these raid dens. One of these raids was a Vaporeon, and I'll let you see kind of how the raids work. There's 4 people, and they just all battle the same Pokemon. Most of these are running away, and I don't really know what I can do about that, but that's okay because I'm getting so much loot from each one. And meanwhile, I'm doing evolutions with all these high-level Pokemon that are in Ultra Space. I even found this Baltoy, which is dark and like grayscale. It's pretty cool. And here's me leveling up my Simisage to a very high level. I also made a shulker box with some of the shulkers I've been getting, which has been super helpful for carrying around items, all this loot I'm getting. Here's a level 100 Electrode and also a Dreadnought and all kinds of high level Pokemon that I'm trying to catch in Ultra Space to get my Pokédex up. Here's where things get weird. I saw one of those Dragonites again. This time it wasn't pink, it was like black and pink. And I look at him and he's level 100. So I think, okay, I'm just going to try to beat him, see if he's got any good stuff. I thought, oh, I might as well throw a few Ultra Balls, but it probably won't work. On my first Ultra Ball, not only do I catch him, but he's level 100. I caught a level 100 dark, weird-looking Dragonite in Ultra Space on my first Ultra Ball. I couldn't believe my eyes. Look at him, he's just kind of scary. It's like out of a nightmare. I don't even know what to call him. So with my new Dragonite, I decided to take a victory lap because I was so happy about all of this. I went home and evolved this level 94 Dino that I found, and that's not even the best Pokemon I have with that Dragonite in my party. Dino evolved into Zweilious, and then Zweilious evolved into Hydrangea, of course. So I had a level 97 or 98 level Hydrangea. Here I was in a raid party battling a Metagross. And we beat him, and I got all kinds of good loot from that. Unfortunately, he didn't catch, just like most of these raid dens. And I wanted to end this 10-hour challenge by battling this steel gym, but it turned out to be a lot harder than I thought. I marched through the gym pretty easily, and then when I got to the gym leader, you'll have to see what happens. It's just a Steve with a sweatband on, how hard could it be? Well, turns out really hard. And I lost. So I went back to train, reevaluate myself, take some mental health breaks as you see in Pokemon World, and I built this glass dome around my base and then went mining. It was the 10th hour of my challenge and I knew I needed to go back to that gym and at least try again. One of the things I did in the meantime, because there was a cooldown for the gyms, is I built another portal. I built the portal so that I could get some lights for my new base. I also made an ender chest so I could store some of my loot like rare candies. Inside the portal, I grabbed shroom lights right away and then used those for my base. Putting those in my base made things so much brighter and better, and then I put down a healer and a PC and a trading machine. After all that, it was time to go mining. I needed diamonds so I could enchant all of my gear. With the diamonds, I made an enchantment table and then also made some bookshelves. I dug a little basement under the Pokeball that I had made to put the enchantment table down. After a little bit of waiting, I finally decided to battle the gym again, and I lost. So here I am a third time, and I'm feeling confident. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be the time I finally win. The episode's almost over. Here we go, and I lost. It was close, but I lost, and I'm a loser. I accept defeat. That's the end of my Pokemon journey. Sorry to end it on a somber note, but you know, maybe brighter futures are ahead. Maybe more PIXELMONs coming to the channel soon. Here's some of the team I got. That Dragonite's definitely crazy. Look at that thing. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and that was 10 hours and Minecraft PIXELMON. Thanks for watching.